Two words, people. Creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers?
Creepy crawlers. We are going to make the creepiest, crawliest creepy crawlers that you have ever seen. We have in front of us one of the real molding ovens, a large assortment of molds, and a plethora of plastic goop. We are gonna goop all over the place. We're gooping everywhere. We're gooping.
We're gooping. Just new creepy crawler gooping.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Nostalgia Street.
Welcome to Nostalgia Street. Mike and Joe here. Don't forget, before we get started, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the links in the description for even more nostalgia. Let's start off with a very important question. Joe, did you have creepy crawlers when you were younger?
No, I did not. This was one of those toys that my cousin had, but I didn't have because I wasn't trusted around hot objects.
Hot objects.
Hence why on top here it does say hot.
Well, I had creepy crawlers, and what did you know? What do I have in my pocket? Look at that.
Oh.
That is a Mike original creepy crawlers. So thank you. Thank you. I must say, I was pretty artistic back in the day.
Yes, you were very artistic.
You got some brown and blacks on the body, you know, the reds, the blues, the greens on the legs, you know, really spice it up.
Pretty much this thing allows you to make your own plastic toys.
Yeah, we got, like we said, all the goop and stuff, the molds.
We got anything from a dinosaur to more of the creepier aspect with like the bugs, even body parts, or even self-assembly creatures over here, from elves to Huns to mutates.
How about the Huns? Creepy crawlers was very, very nostalgic for me. I remember having friends over making creepy crawlers, making a mess, burning our fingers, back when no one cared if you burned your fingers when you were younger. I remember one of my other favorite parts about creepy crawlers were the commercials.
That's what I was about to say. Because even though I never had one of these, I always remember the commercials. They were always in your face, very stylistic, a lot of bright colors, and a kid at ADHD at that time. It's like, wow, I really need that toy.
There was always like a voiceover, and then the kids on screen would be like, creepy crawlers. Then they would play that main theme song. They're squirmy, they're wormy, they're purple and green, the grossest little creatures that you'd ever seen. And then we'd like cut to the kid, and he'd be like filling up the molds. He'd be like, yeah, sweet. And then he would like go to his older sister, and she'd be like on the couch, like, tee hee, I'm on the phone, I'm a girl. And then he would like dangle them in front of her, and she'd be like, ah.
Oh no.
Those were the good commercials.
Because that almost brings up like the passport journal.
The passport journal?
No, the password journal. The one where you put your voice into the journal.
Yeah.
And I remember them showing them the commercial, the brother trying to break in.
Oh yeah, and she'd be like, Derek, I'm telling mom.
Kind of like the same line, like that type of style. It's just you don't get commercials like they do.
You don't.
Anymore.
That's the nostalgia right there. Did you know that Creepy Crawlers had an animated cartoon?
Creepy Crawlers does not surprise me.
Creepy Crawlers, it was literally a kid that found a box of green goop, opened it up, creatures came out, there was an evil magician, like, I don't know.
Of course there's an evil magician.
I'm gonna get you with my creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawler one.
We do have over here the box. This is from 1990 Dos. That's Spanish for two. 1992.
Look at multicultural on here.
I know. We like to be diverse. You know what I mean?
Everybody's welcome to.
Everyone's welcome.
To just walk down Nostalgia Street.
Okay, absolutely.
The original print of the creepy crawlers up front there.
Yeah.
It has that like. This literally gave the vibe of the commercial.
That's the pop.
Looking at the back of this, even looking at the back here, how it's all printed out in black and white like that, it's just like a hit, you know, a little nostalgia hit.
She's in pretty good shape. All the graphics are pretty good. And yeah, man, 92. So why don't we take a look at what we have going on here? Why don't we start down there? We have different molds and stuff. Again, a lot of plastic goop, so we'll just take a look at
So these
some of what we got
molds
going on.
over here are like these guys here. Bunch of little pieces that you can assemble together to make your own. Either a lot of them are either space, nomadic, or medieval. You either can make a mutant, a Hun, or an elf of all the different types. They're mix and match.
Space elves.
You can make a space elf. You can make a medieval elf. You can make a nomadic elf. Other than that, you're out of elves.
Only those elves.
Only those elves.
Not Santa's elves.
No Santa
Disappointing.
elves.
But you can make them so you have like heads and arms and pieces. There's like a bag of weapons and hair over there.
That's what I find interesting. This came with these little pieces like this. So you have like the little wands, little shields.
Slingaudian Leviosa, not
shields,
Guardian Leviosa.
little shields and guns. And then I'm not gonna open these guys up, but these are all the hair and even googly eyes. Different dinosaurs, so you got like your classic Stegosaurus, T-Rexes, Triceratops.
I like the T-Rex one. Yeah, there were dinosaurs.
These are
once upon a
really
time.
actually unique, I think. They're just
Yeah.
little single, I think these are one of the ones that we're gonna try. Plastic mummies and like basically looks like Halloween decor.
Yeah, Halloween
honestly.
is Frankenstein, Dracula, bats. That's awesome. I really like those. So speaking of awesome ones, I gotta point out my favorite over here, which are the Power Rangers. I mean, especially early 90s. I mean, the 90s.
Oh,
These were
yeah.
94. You have the Yellow Ranger,
I think they're paired up with their Zord.
the Blue Ranger. They are
I
paired
think
up with
they're
their
paired
Zord.
up with their Zord.
There's no white and green Ranger.
Oh, there's no way to go.
So maybe
The Mystery Sixth Ranger.
yeah, it wasn't Mystery. It was Tommy.
It
Spoiler
was Tommy.
alert.
Spoiler.
And then we have some other ones. These are like your normal quote unquote.
These would come more likely with your creepy crawler stuff.
They would.
And they would have like, now your bugs, this is what you would make to scare your sister and your friends. Oh, look, there's a cockroach.
Another mold that we have over here, this one's really cool. This is a 1995 Corvette where you can actually mold it together if you want to take
Oh,
those. And then you take the mold out and then you put it on the base of the car. And you make yourself a little car. And they have a custom car factory. That's what it was. They even have stickers to put on your car after you make them. You got to make the car look good. I think you got some flames, some lightning stripes. I don't know, live your dream. You're a race
And
car
it adds an
driver.
extra detail in there.
There you go. Even all of the assembly and operation instructions, which it's pretty much already assembled. I have no idea how to use it. I'm sure we'll figure it out and not.
Something tells me that
children's-
more than half of that is safety.
Yes. I also have here, we can save 30 cents on the light bulb if the light bulb goes out. No expiration date. Ha!
What?
We can totally use that. That's pretty much what we have going on here. What we're gonna do now, we're gonna take a look at some of the plastic goop, but we wanna fill up a mold and pop it in. So
Yeah.
we're gonna turn this on, which all you gotta do is just crank her.
I'm actually excited.
I'm really excited.
This is my first time playing with one.
We're gonna let it get hot first. There's actually a temperature gauge on the front, cold and hot.
It is super, super detailed.
It is.
It just has 2 words.
Cold and hot. So once we do that and get it fired up, we're just gonna put it in for about, looks like 10 to 13 minutes. And then we will have a creepy crawler. So we have some glow in the dark plastic goop. We have the OG genuine plastic goop. And I think there is some, what else do we got?
We got
Plastic steel goop.
I'm guessing that's probably for the car.
That's probably for the car, yes.
We got even an unopened
Unopened.
packet. Still
How's
smell
it
the
smell?
90s in there.
You can smell right through the plastic.
I smell my birth year.
So we're gonna pick a couple colors and some molds. These were made in 1992. I would have to assume they still look good.
I'm gonna go by the logic of if you shake it up good enough, it's gonna be good.
It should be all right.
Yeah, do you want to do the mummy and the werewolf, or do you want to do the Frankenstein vampire bat type fellow?
That one, Dracula and Frankenstein.
All right, we'll do that one. We'll do that one in black, and then you can pick another one. Do we have a pink? Oh, we do.
Do we have pink? Ooh, are we gonna do a Kimberly Power Ranger?
Are we gonna do a Kimberly Power Ranger?
I'm gonna go with the Pink Ranger, Kimberly. Call me. All right, so now we are overhead with Joe. He is doing the Halloween creatures. Joe, why don't you walk us through what we got here?
So we're gonna do some green here.
Some green.
Gotta do Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's gotta be green.
Of course. Now, like I said, I've never really worked this before, and this is a little old, about as old as me.
You're just an old man.
Oh yeah. Now the rest, I'm gonna do black, because it just makes sense to me to do bats and vampires. And I think that's a skeleton or ghoul.
Ghouls. What are your interests? Ghouls?
Ghouls and milk steak.
I'm gonna put travel. I am not putting milk steak.
I'll put it, she'll know.
No, no one knows what
Knows
that means.
And we got this little bat guy. I'm gonna call him Charles the Bat. Oh, it's clicking over.
So that's what you use the tools for. There you go. That's okay if they mix. That's allowed. Mixing and matching. You can put a little black in there. Look at that.
Look at that.
We'll have some interesting looking Halloween creatures. Beautiful, Joe. Nicely done.
Thanks. All right, just gonna push her on in here.
Yeah, give her a nice push. Yeah,
There we go. And what's cool about this is we have a little viewing port on the top here so that we can actually see our creations come to life.
Turn that sucker on, yeah.
Just like Dr. Frankenstein, I shall
It's
make
on.
life.
So Joe put his mold in. We have some Halloween creatures. Those are gonna be very creepy. So I'm gonna do again the pink Power Ranger, Kimberly. So while Joe's is cooking in the oven, I'm gonna fill up my mold. Probably just gonna go pink. You know, we're not going as crazy as we once were.
You know,
But that's
I
okay.
thought you were next Cosmopolitan.
Next Cosmopolitan. That's a drink? Or is that the Vegas?
That's
a Vegas.
No.
What?
a magazine.
Oh yeah, Cosmos. Yeah, dude, I knew that. I was just making sure you guys remembered. Wait, why did you say Cosmopolitan? Did you mean something else?
I met Picasso.
Dude said art was Cosmopolitan. Kimberly, she's coming to shape. The gel looks like it might be a little bit separated. I should have shaken
I mean,
it.
for 30-something-year-old gel, though, to tell you honest truth, I'm surprised that it's even pouring.
Yeah, it's actually, now it's a little bit better. I'm gonna take this other stretch goop. I don't know if it's any different. I thought this was red. It's not. I'm not using that one. The genuine plastic goop, this probably came with it. This is, oh my God. It looks like blood. That looks like coagulated blood. But that's okay. We got little pinks and reds in there for Kimmy. I'm really interested. I'm gonna screw this up so bad, but that's okay.
Use your tools, my friend.
Yeah, but I should have shaken it.
Shake it off, shake it off. Ah, ah, ah.
All right, so now I have my Pink Ranger mold ready to go. So now we're gonna take a break. Joe's is gonna finish cooking, and then I'm gonna bake me some Kimberly, and then we will see you in a few.
That just sounds wrong. I'm gonna
What?
bake you some Kimberly.
Oh yeah, fresh Kim, baby. So
Nah.
it has been a little over 10 minutes. Took a little bit longer to cook them. I think maybe because I said it when I was filling mine up, I didn't shake it. So it might have took a little longer to mix, but we have them out of the oven. We pulled them out, let them cool off. It does come with these little cooling trays. So you can just put the molds right in. But now we're gonna peel out our creepy crawlers, the Pink Ranger and your Halloween. These are either gonna be really cool or a disaster. We just wanna show how it works. That's our
Yeah.
excuse. All right, let's peel these suckers out.
Okay, let's see here.
Oh yeah, Kim, baby.
I got a Frankenstein.
You really gotta get these tools and dig.
Got a Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Got a Dracula.
Kim,
Kimberly.
looking a little rough, babe. Looking a little rough. But that's okay. We'll get some close-ups here in a second. I'm gonna get your
That never stopped you before.
pterodactyl. Oh no, I'll never stop you. I don't judge people, okay? Oh yeah, come right out there. Pterodactyl.
Then we got, oh, this guy's a little wanky.
Oh, that's the rest in peace. These are very detailed.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised.
I'm very impressed with how detailed these are.
I'm very impressed at how much of the detail actually shows up through the molding process.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I mean, we did a little scraping on these, but there's not much
Yeah.
left.
There's a little bit around the edges where it kind of seeped over. That's what these tools are for. Like, if you actually like made sure it was inside the mold, it wouldn't seep over.
They have a bit of a weird sticky,
They are a little sticky. I mean,
But
it's
it- but
plastic goop.
but
Told
it's-
you we were gooping all
but
over
it's
the
not.
place.
But it's not like doesn't stay on your hand.
No, it doesn't.
It's really
Doesn't really smell that bad either. Hopefully it's not toxic.
No, it says non-toxic on there.
Oh,
so I
perfect.
think we're
So
good.
safe for kids. I mean, hey, we can like hang on to these and play with them and
I mean,
do stuff.
as I'm gonna go at this as a kid, this has maybe a day, maybe two at best survivability. But that's not really what these kits were meant for when you were younger. You know, they're kind of were meant for to go out, buy like 5 containers of these goop and make multiples of them.
Yeah, and just make a
So-
bunch of them. Power Rangers. There's a lot of other molds here. You can have a Creepy Crawler festival if you really wanted to.
Like these guys here, you can maybe use as some type
You
of
can make an army, a Hun
action
army.
figure. Yeah, you can. Well, yeah, you just get some pencils and you got yourself a Hun army.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, this definitely brings back some nostalgia. 1992, creepy crawlers, molding oven, all the plastic goop, all the molds, a lot of nostalgia, a lot of fun. It's good to be a kid again every once in a while.
I'm always a kid.
True. All right, well, that's it for the creepy crawlers, molding oven. Mike and Joe signing off. Stay tuned for the next video. We'll see you next time.
Bye.